In a quiet corner of Morocco, where the streets are dusted in ochre and life moves to the rhythm of simple joys, a boy named Youssef played barefoot under the heavy afternoon sun. He was 10, thin as a reed, with dark curls that danced in the heat and a gleam in his eye that not even hardship could dim. He didn't have much, certainly not football boots or jerseys like the kids in the big cities. His ball was little more than patched leather and air. But Youssef moved like the game lived inside him. He darted between his friends with natural grace, cutting through the sandy courtyard, his bare feet barely touching the ground. Every pass, every touch, every goal came not from training, but from pure, unfiltered love for the game. Elsewhere in the town, a black SUV rolled slowly down the road. Inside sat Cristiano Ronaldo, visiting for a quiet charity initiative. No press, no fans, just a moment to give back. But as the car turned a corner, Ronaldo caught a glimpse of something through the open window. A blur of children, a cloud of dust, the unmistakable pulse of a street match. "Stop the car," he said. The SUV slowed to a halt. Ronaldo stepped out, pulling his cap low and adjusting his sunglasses. He moved silently toward the makeshift field, leaning against a weathered wall, watching. Youssef was electric. He weaved through 3 defenders and nutmegged the tallest kid on the field, drawing laughter and shouts from the others. Ronaldo's eyes lit up. He nudged his manager and said quietly, "That boy, he has something." Then, one of the kids noticed him. "It's Ronaldo," he yelled, pointing. Everything froze. Feet stilled, mouths dropped. The legend himself stood right there in their neighborhood, as if he had stepped out of a poster and into real life. Ronaldo smiled, waved, and walked onto the field. He knelt in front of Youssef and asked, "What's your name?" The boy stammered, Youssef." "You play like a pro, Youssef," Ronaldo said, then did something unexpected. He took off his own cleats, white, gold-trimmed, custom-made, signed them with a pen from his pocket, and placed them in Youssef's trembling hands. "These are yours now. Promise me you'll keep playing. Promise me you'll chase your dream." Youssef nodded, speechless. But Ronaldo wasn't done. "Let's play," he said. And so, on a dusty patch of earth, Cristiano Ronaldo joined a barefoot football match with 10 awestruck kids. There were no cameras, no fans, no ego, just joy. He passed the ball. He laughed. He let Youssef score on him and raised his hands in mock frustration as the kids screamed in celebration. It was, as one boy later said, the best game of our lives. As the sun began to dip, Ronaldo gathered the kids together and said, "I was like you. I had no shoes. My first ball was from the trash. People laughed when I said I'd play for the world. But I believed, and I worked. Every day. Never stopped believing." Then he pulled out his phone. A week later, a delivery van arrived in the village. Inside, new jerseys, professional balls, proper goals, and boots for every child, each pair the right size. Ronaldo had sent them all, but one package was special. Inside was a plane ticket, a scholarship, an invitation to train at a youth academy in Portugal, for Youssef, the very same academy where Ronaldo once learned to harness his fire. Months passed. Videos began to surface. Youssef in crisp white training kits, juggling with ease, scoring with confidence. Photos of him shaking hands with coaches. A boy who once danced through dust was now training on pristine fields with hopes higher than ever. When a journalist asked Ronaldo why he'd done it, he answered simply, "Because I saw myself in him." And just like that, a moment that began with a barefoot boy playing in the heat became a spark of destiny. Not just for Youssef, but for every kid who ever kicked a ball in the street, dreaming big under open skies. Because sometimes, greatness doesn't arrive with fanfare. Sometimes, it walks in quietly, watches a barefoot game, and changes a life forever.